full time. Arsenal 2, Olympiacos 0. In the end, a good win. 3 points back to back in the Champions League. A clean sheet as well at home to top it off. But guys, this is a lot more than the scoreline here. And I'm not doing this for reactions or anything like that. If you watch the second half, guys, you know that Olympiacos could have easily scored here. And it was not an easy game at all, guys. But before we get into the match reaction, make sure if you are new to the channel, you hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and comment down below your thoughts on the game, guys. But let's start with the first half, because I thought we started the game expertly well, man. It was really good, and it was refreshing with the lineup as well, but I'll get into the lineup later on. But really nice to see more experiments from Arteta. We had 2 left wingers on the pitch. They were kind of interchanging. It was kind of a interchanging front three, not really as much, but I wouldn't say Martinelli was just sticking to the right, if that makes sense. We saw Gyökeres drift wide onto the left, and they all kind of switched around at points. And arguably Marino pushed forward, Odegaard stayed deep, and Zubimendi obviously stayed deep as well. But yeah, with the start of the game, it was all Arsenal, as we expected. Dominant first 10-20 minute display from Arsenal, and we created some really, really nice chances, man. I mean, my man of the match was Martin Odegaard. He was absolutely superb today, guys. Brilliant, brilliant performance. This is where we want to see Martin Odegaard, the captain. We need to see him deep. He cannot be in that number 10. He's got to be a number 8 for us. He picks up the ball deep, and his passing ability is just incredible. He can just ping them. He can slide people in on goal. It's brilliant, man. He did it multiple times today. And Martinelli, I mean, brilliant ball from Odegaard to Gyökeres, who really well held his ground, out-strengthened 2 of the Olympiacos defenders, got his shot off. Unluckily for him, it hit the post, and then luckily Martinelli was there to tap it in on the rebound. But yeah, that was 1-0 in 12 minutes, and it looked like it was going to be an ugly game for Olympiacos, because this start was so dominant. They literally had none of the ball. I wouldn't even be surprised if the possession was like 90-10. It was mad. That first 20 minutes was absolutely crazy. And I thought we continued the first half very, very well. We looked really, really composed at the back. I thought the midfield was actually doing really well in the build-up, but especially Martin Odegaard. The amount of passes he played through to our front three was remarkable, guys. His passing today was exceptional, man, and his movements as well. I mean, I've lost count of how many he did, and I can't even remember all of them now. That's how many there were, guys. It was sensational. What a brilliant performance from him. Now, in the first half, I thought we kept probing, and maybe we could have done a bit better with the chances. We know that Trossard had a few openings, didn't take advantage of them. Gyökeres, again, didn't get many shots. He had more than what we've seen, but not many. And Martinelli had a few attempts as well that were blocked. Marino, box crashing, and Odegaard was more of the playmaking today. And yeah, apart from that, wasn't much going on. But yeah, that first half was literally all Arsenal. It was all Arsenal, guys. And we had a few big chances. But to be fair to Olympiacos, when they did have their spells, especially in around the 30th minute mark, I can't remember exactly when it was, but they did have a moment of momentum where they were creating chances, guys. And they had 2 big chances in that first half. The same as Arsenal. Yes, we had 10 shots and they had 2, but they were very, very productive. 2 shots, both being big chances. With that's crazy. That is crazy. Forcing us into 2 saves when we only forced their keeper into 1 save in that first half. That's mad. Obviously, we scored the goal, but we could have done better, and I think we needed to make that more than 1-0. Now, obviously, if you look at our bench, we had a lot of attacking quality on the bench. And I'm not going to get onto Arteta for rotating the team today, because it is Olympiacos at home. You're expected to win. You're by far the favourite. And we've got some games in the Premier League which we need to win. West Ham at the weekend. We need to save our best players. And we had Saka, Eze on the bench with Rice as well. And yeah, I don't blame him for that at all. But yeah, that first half, I was disappointed not to go into the second half with more than 1. And I think it would have been a lot more comfortable in that second half if we went into it with more than 1 goal. But yeah, the second half is where things changed, guys. Now, the stats don't really reflect it, but in that second half, yes, we started and it was kind of even start, but we obviously started again, grew into the second half, and continued to create chances. We piled on the pressure. I thought Skelly was really good today, man. I really liked seeing Skelly back at left back. I know, obviously, Calafiori has kind of made that spot his own, but it's good to see Skelly playing some minutes. Gabriel Saliba, solid as always. Ben White as well, before he got subbed off, I thought he looked really bright, especially going forward, and the midfield was doing his thing. Wasn't like the craziest game from like the likes of Marino, Zubamendi, but they did their thing. But Martin Odegaard, man, I'm going to keep saying it. He was phenomenal today. Really, really good. The thing with Gyökeres that disappointed me today, it wasn't so much. In previous games, I've kind of not blamed Arteta, but I've said we kind of need to set up the team more for him to create chances. Now, today was a perfect game for him because Olympiacos were not sitting back low block. They were going for goals. And there were lots of instances where he did get a lot of space in behind. He ran into the space. It either didn't come to anything or he had the ball. And unfortunately, he lost it. Now, I'm not going to get onto Gyökeres, of course, because I think he has got to have time, guys. He's scored 3 goals already. He's looked good in certain games. Some games he's been non-existent. That's not all his fault. But today, I would have liked to see a bit more from him. I did like his build-up play, and that showed it against Newcastle. I thought he had a really good game against Newcastle, despite obviously not getting a goal. And I think that penalty could have been a bit different. But yeah, I thought he had good build-up. And in this game as well, he was linking up nicely, I thought, in that first half. But yeah, in the second half, faded a bit. It did fade a bit for him. Now, let me get onto the lineups, guys, and the events that transpired. Now, guys, I haven't had a chance to watch the game back for specific moments, but that first half, in comparison to the second half, it worried me a bit, guys. Now, in that second half, the statistics kind of flatter us. If you're looking at it here, if you didn't watch the game, you'd assume that, yeah, Arsenal, better team, way more chance to score. But, guys, it didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like that. Yes, we had our chances, but I don't think we really had any huge chances. Now, it says 2 big chances here. Off the top of my head, I can't even remember them. I can't remember them, guys, because I thought Olympiacos, yes, it says 0 big chances here, but they really, really were probing, and they looked dangerous on that attack, guys, especially towards the end of the game. I was very nervous going into that last 10-15 minutes. I thought they could score an equaliser pretty easily, and we looked a bit open. Now, what this was down to, I'm not really sure. Maybe it was the midfield setup. I'm not saying, like, our defence was solid that game, and Raya, one of the saves he made was superb. That could have easily been 1-1. I can't remember who shot it from Olympiacos, but they really forced him into a big save. I think it may have been Podence. It was a really big save from Raya, man. He's just so good. Brick wall goalie. He just steps up when we need him to. Like against Leeds, when we battered Leeds, he had that one save from a corner that stopped us from conceding at a crucial time. Because if we conceded 1-1, game would be a lot more open for Olympiacos to push for a winner. But yeah, I thought that second half, I wasn't very impressed, guys. I really wasn't impressed with that second half. I thought, yes, we created. We're at home, guys. We expect to create. But yeah, I don't think this does Olympiacos justice, man. I thought they were good today, especially later on. That's what worried me. And you look at the possession difference. They did have a little bit more, but that little bit more felt like a lot more when you were watching. Their fans, big up to their fans, man. Crazy away support. We know about these European sides, but Greek fans, credit to them, man. They were really good, and they were up for it, man. They could smell blood in this game. And if you're looking at it here, we only forced their keeper into one big save. Into one save. The rest of our chances we either squandered or they were just not. They weren't big chances, guys. They were not big chances. They had decent amount of passes. They were tackling. It was quite even. I'm not going to lie. That second half was even, guys. Now, the time where I thought, okay, I felt a bit more secure, it was when the subs were made. We brought on Timber, brought on Rice, which was good. I thought we needed to kind of secure ourselves even more to make sure they didn't do anything. And we obviously brought Saka and Eze on and Mosquera. I hope Gabriel's not injured. That would be awful. But yeah, he did come off with a slight injury. I hope it's nothing serious. But Mosquera, he's reliable. Slots in really well. But even their subs, I thought they made a difference, man. Towards the end, they could have scored. I was getting nervous in those final 10 because I thought they were probing quite a lot. They were probing quite a lot, guys. And this El Kabi guy, he's dangerous, man. He had a few chances. He had an offside goal as well. And he had a few chances. And the manager, fair play to him, man. He went all out. He put 2 up top, which tells you everything you need to know. That he was not scared of throwing his all at this game. And fair play, man. Because they could have scored, guys. But I'm not going to read too much into it. We got the 3 points. Saka, in the last minute of the game. Keeper should do a lot better there. He hits it through his legs, and it makes it 2-0, and that's game over. 3 points secured. Clean sheet at home. Great result. 2 wins from 2 in the Champions League. Let me know what you guys think down below of this game. And, yeah, let me know what you think of our upcoming fixtures. I'll keep you guys updated with a lot more match reactions. I'm going to do another one very soon, guys. But make sure if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, comment down below. Follow my socials. Links are in the description. But it's been Jay-Z Knows Ball, and I'm out. Peace out, guys. Take care.